Recording.
We're recording.
It's us.
Yay! Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 20, where we will be discussing City of Bones in its entirety for our book wrap-up. I'm Kristen.
I'm Robin.
And I'm Amanda.
It's really weird knowing that we're being recorded.
We normally can see each other, but...
Right.
Yeah.
But knowing that you can see us, if you're not listening to this as a podcast and you're watching on YouTube, which is a great segue into, hey, this is going to be on YouTube. Even Jake came.
Jake is visiting. Robin has the, I was going to say bookmark because that's what we've been using him as.
It's a sticker.
I can't use him because I have the Kindle version of City of Ashes, and it makes me sad. But he's up here on my computer monitor, and he's going to hang out today.
Nice. Oh my goodness. So yeah, we've just started to upload our episodes, our backlog catalog, onto YouTube, and then if this works out, which we're not sure because we didn't test it because,
we're moms. We're busy. We got things to do.
I was going to say rebels.
Yes, that sounds way better.
That's way better.
We're rebels, so we just thought we'd wing it. But we might be doing some more video things and one-offs that we'll post on our YouTube channel.
Woo woo.
And we're very lucky to have Kristen, who is amazing at editing our podcast stuff. So typically we record about 2 hours worth of
we like each other.
Garbage, but it's not garbage.
It's just an unpolished gem is all.
Right. So obviously the video is going to be raw in its entirety. So that's a little bit extra.
Yeah.
content.
And please note, none of us have been able to get haircuts or eyebrows done.
Except I cut my own hair, so.
I was wondering how it looked so good. Yeah.
It looks so good.
It's not like way long.
My hair doesn't grow. It just breaks off after a certain point.
I watched mine today, but I didn't have time to do anything with it. So
I was going to text you guys today. I got a shower while the baby was napping, and I was going to text you and be like, I shampooed today.
It's so exciting. Mine's in my natural wavy glory.
So pretty.
But it's just not.
I'm so jealous of how much hair you have.
Dude. You could share half of it with both of us, and we would be happy.
But it's half my hair because I have a shave under.
Still, you could spare to give up a couple of 1,000.
You can have all the grace.
Oh my gosh. So in celebration that we've actually made it through an entire book, we can't believe we did it.
Good job,
For
guys.
Bamfs, dude.
We will be getting our drink on. Woo woo! So we would like to start with a celebratory shot.
What are we going to call these?
Glass here.
Shots.
What's your
I
shot
used to
glass look
do
like?
that when I was doing IVF.
My shot glass is a Knights of Mayhem shot glass. So I had these made.
For your bookie.
For my book.
What do you got, Amanda?
Mine is boring, but I was going to bring Santa because I have Santa shot glasses. And I was like, okay.
So it's just regular?
Yeah.
Okay. It's very beautiful.
Basic bitch shot
I
glass.
got Elvis.
That's what I thought it was.
Yep. Last time I did this, I almost vomited instantly.
I haven't done shots in at least 2 years.
It'll be great YouTube content.
Yeah.
Don't worry. If she actually ends up vomiting, I'll put a vomit warning before.
Yes. The vomit emoji over her face.
Right?
Do it anyway. No, don't.
We'll just have audio.
Oh my gosh.
So Amanda and I are doing Fireball, and Robin's doing, what are you doing?
I have tequila.
Tequila?
Exotico.
I would be doing tequila with you, but I'm drinking rum for my mixed drink, so I don't want to mix my liquor.
This is from Cinco de Mayo. So
Look at you guys go. I think that this has been in my freezer for like 3 years.
Yeah, same.
yeah, I have a bottle of Jose Cuervo in my freezer that has been there since I moved it from my apartment to here to my house.
Don't drink that.
Yeah.
Leave that for your kids when they're like 19 and sneaking drinks in your house in 20 years.
I'll never want to drink again. It's great.
Yep.
I hope it's 20 years. That would be good. Okay.
Yeah. Well, if they were 19 and 20 years, you got to tell us something. You got some splaining to do.
Lucy.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway.
Cheers,
guys. Congratulations.
Cheers.
Good job.
Woo.
Woohoo.
I just kept spilling it because I filled it too far. So I was like, we
You
need to
did
take
fill
this.
it. Look at Robin scared.
You're doing good. Her
You
mouth
did
is
it.
just like watering.
Do you have a
good.
back?
We love you.
No.
You're a vamp, dude. Tequila with no back? I can't do tequila. I just can't. Oh, man. That was good.
I'm sorry, my cat.
Hi, Wednesday.
Hello, Wednesday.
I know.
Where's Thursday?
So, okay. So did I tell you about the other black cat, the neighbor's black cat? It's like this, it's bigger than Wednesday, but she looks just like Wednesday. But she came first, so I said we should call her Fat Tuesday because we were calling her Fat Wednesday. I said she came before Wednesday, so we should call her Fat Tuesday, which then turned into she's just Mardi Gras now. Because I name all the animals that show up in my backyard.
Okay.
It's a good
Like
idea.
the raccoon's name is Steve. We have 2 bunnies who are Fred and George. And then the lots and lots of cats that our neighbor has. I make names for them.
Oh, I love cats.
I'm a nerd and I just really want to be a Disney princess. I want to talk to all the animals.
Oh,
You
that's
could
great.
be. You are.
But
Yeah.
speaking of Fred and George, we've got a special treat for you guys. We are sorting Amanda
Oh, yeah.
into her Hogwarts house. I know it has nothing to do with the Mortal Instruments
It does
or
not.
the Shadowhunter Chronicles, but we've
I'm no
talked about it
nerd.
enough that I feel like
Listen,
it's something that needed to happen.
Yeah.
Amanda's learned some things along the way, our journey, like TBR,
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
and she's learned about wolves, person wolves. She's learned about wielding magic and a bunch of other great, awesome stuff. So this is a rite of passage
It is.
into the first step of nerddom.
Listen, I just have to say, this does not mean I'm going to watch the movies right now.
We'll see.
Although Cassie and my 16-year-old daughter hung out with me almost all day, you guys. It was the best day I've had in a long time. We watched Titanic and just hung out on a rainy day and ate popcorn and played with the baby, and it was great. We had so much fun. So
That's
maybe I'll
awesome.
do that again soon and watch those movies because I think she likes them.
We watched Space Force.
I want
It's
to see
You're going to
that.
say
hilarious.
Space Jam.
No, it's hilarious.
I started watching Shameless.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Uh-huh. That was recommended to me by someone at work that I did not expect to recommend it. And
Oh,
and he's just, he says debit instead of damn it. So I did not. He was like, yeah, it's a really good show. And I was like, okay. And I started watching it and I was like embarrassed.
you're like, wait a minute. It's like when someone reads my book and I'm like, they
Yeah.
know that I wrote those words.
Like your
Some
mom.
kind of nice.
Yeah. Your
Oh,
mom.
my mom is hilarious. She'll read it and she'll be like, I think you're overusing the word insert expletive here. You should use this other insert expletive here.
That's great. Oh, that's
Okay.
good to have the feedback. Okay. Are you going to do the thing?
So we're we didn't want to make Amanda create a Pottermore account.
No, that's not happening.
And As much as I can't disagree with something that's on Pottermore being the sorting quiz, I don't like it. And I'm not into it.
So
she's doing a BuzzFeed quiz to make it a little more interactive. I'm going to read the questions to her. She's going to answer them, and we shall see. So if there's a little bit of pause, it's because it's a video. It's an interactive video, and this lady's talking. So my bad.
Are you going to make the selections for me? I'm on it, too, so I can read it. Okay.
So basically, what house do you think that you belong to?
I have no idea. I'm just going to go with Hufflepuff.
Okay. Good choice.
Because I've heard that's nice people.
Yeah, Puff Pride. Okay. It's right here. Representing. The lady on the thing's talking.
I really love these images.
What is your best quality? Intellect, empathy, confidence, or cunning?
Read them one more time.
Intellect, empathy, confidence, empathy. Okay. She says that she feels that. What's your favorite mode of magical transportation? Floo powder, Hogwarts Express, which is the train, or apparating, which is vanishing from like instantly traveling from one place to another.
Yeah, that.
Or vanishing cabinet.
No, that one.
Apparating?
Before. Yeah.
Okay.
Why would you choose anything else?
She's a busy mom. She's got shit to do.
She does. She does. She wants to go from me too, dude. Point A to point B. I feel like you haven't reached full. Okay, sorry. She's starting again. Which magical creature would you most like as a pet? A giant basilisk, which is a snake. A hippogriff, which is a half eagle, half lion, right? A pygmy puff, which is like this cuddly thing, or none of them.
Okay, the cuddly thing. If a liger is not an option.
Liger's not an option.
Okay.
All right. It's time for the Triwizard Tournament. Do you submit your name to the Goblet of Fire to be a champion? Heck yeah. Need more data. Write in someone else, or no thank you.
I need more data. I don't know what that means. I mean, I can imagine, but I don't think I would have the bravery to be like, yeah, me, winner.
Okay, so you're in Diagon Alley, which is where, like, the London shopping strip is.
Okay.
Where do you head first? Borgin and Burke's, which is Borgin and Burke's, Flourish and Blot's, Quality Quidditch Supplies, or Florian, I can't say that, Ice Cream Parlor.
I don't know what the first two are, but I like ice cream, so let's go with that.
Okay. Sorry that this is taking so long. There's a rumor going around that someone cheated on their owls. What do you do? That's a test. Anonymous letter to their mom. Organize an innocence quest. Ask them to take the test again or stay out of it.
Stay out of it.
Okay.
Ask them to take the test again. Kind of a narc does that. Tell their mom.
Who's your favorite Hogwarts professor? Professor McGonagall, Snape, Sprout, or Hagrid?
Hagrid.
Okay. I like that conviction. That was a good answer.
He's the one I actually like. I've seen like a teeny tiny bit.
Okay. What treat do you select from the trolley witch on the train to school? Chocolate frog, a cauldron cake, Birdie's Bots every flavor bean, or cockroach clusters?
The cake.
Cauldron cake.
It's like, duh, bitch.
Yeah, the rest sound icky. I know about those jelly beans. Those are a trick.
Dude. Okay, after you graduate, what's your wizarding dream job? An Auror, which is like a police officer, fact checker at the Daily Prophet, which is the news, night bus driver, or a potions professor?
I'm going to say a fact checker. Wait.
Okay.
Police officer.
I already checked it.
Okay, that's fine.
Sorry.
That was my first instinct. It's what you got to go with.
Okay, what's your favorite wizarding book? The Monster Book of Monsters, Gadding with Ghouls, A History of Magic, or Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them?
Magic.
A History of Magic?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. If you could be an exchange student at one of the other wizarding schools, where would you go? Beauboxton's in France, Durmstrang in Scandinavia, Ilvermorny in the United States, or just stay at Hogwarts?
I mean, my friends are there. How long am I going to be gone for? But I'll say France.
France?
Got questions.
I want to know. I probably said that school name wrong too, by the way.
I don't know the difference.
Right. Which magical skill would you flex the most? Speaking parcel tongue, which is snake language. Reading tea leaves, which is like divination.
Give me the cup. Right?
Yes. Yes. Repotting mandrakes or banishing boggarts.
Let's talk about tea leaves.
Reading tea leaves?
Yeah.
Okay. Like Madame Dorothea.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Who's your favorite Hogwarts ghost? Is it the Grey
girl
Lady?
in the bathroom?
She's not on here.
Oh.
The Grey Lady, Nearly Headless Nick, the Bloody Baron, or the Fat Friar?
Fat guy.
Okay.
Gotta represent my people.
Okay. Let's see. If I open the Marauders map, I'd most likely find you at Honeyduke's buying presents, in the restricted section of the library studying, plotting revenge in my house common room, or in the infirmary from a Quidditch injury.
Tell me the first one again.
At Honeyduke's buying presents.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like to shop.
And I like sweets. So. All right, last question.
Yes.
Which magical gadget do you covet the most? The Time Turner, which allows you to go back in time.
Ooh.
A Quick Quotes Quill, which takes notes for you. Dastardly. An Invisibility Cloak, or Remember All.
Oh my gosh. I think I would go with Remember All.
Okay. Sorry, this took longer than I thought it was going to. My bad. Okay, calculating the results.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think before it comes up?
I think
Tough
it's gonna be
pride,
Hufflepuff.
dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
You did it.
Hooray.
It's still going. Let's see. Oh my God.
This suspense is
Hufflepuff!
killing me.
Yay!
Yay.
I can't see it. Puff pride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the shirt you're wearing? Or is that just general Harry Potter?
I'm wearing
Merch.
Philosopher's Sorcerer's Stone.
Sorcerer's Stone. I have a Hufflepuff sweatshirt.
That's right.
And a Tri-Wizard sweatshirt. But it is too hot to be wearing that.
Yeah.
At the
77
moment.
degrees in my house right now. The AC is on. That
Okay, sorry. That took entirely longer than I thought it was going to.
was fun.
But it was necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah. I'll when I'm editing the podcast, I'll plug in a skip to the XYZ.
Good
if you don't
thinking.
want to listen to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or some of the dead air where the lady's talking and I'm being obnoxious.
Who you kept saying the lady's talking. I was like, who the fuck is she talking
It's,
about?
she, it's like this. No, it's instead of reading the questions, it's an interactive quiz. So it's a person that actually is
I gotcha.
reading the questions to you and
Gotcha.
stuff. It's cool. I like it.
Okay, well, I'm going to jump right back. So, real quick, we got another review on Apple Podcasts, and we're super stoked. So, I'm going to read it. Yeah. All right, this is from Gabby Reads Books. I'm not a big Yep.
Podcast.
Yep.
Okr.
The shot is hitting me, apparently. Okay. I'm not a big podcast person, but I absolutely love this one. I'm a huge
Yep. Done. I'm dead. I died.
Jeez Louise. I'm not a big podcast person, but I absolutely love this one. I'm a huge Shadowhunter fan, and I love listening to Kristen, Robin, and Amanda overanalyze and discuss every single detail of the story. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Woo, woo. Oh my God. Thanks, Gabby.
Thank you, Gabby.
Yes, thank you. That's awesome.
Sorry,
Very
I butchered
exciting.
it 16 times.
It's weird to read your name in print, and I know that sounds weird, but
It's true.
weird.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you for saying our names. It just makes it more real.
Yeah.
Right. So we have a lot of questions from Instagram from you guys that we what?
Are
Sorry.
going to answer.
That shot's hitting me now.
I know. Real
You
life
can
is
see I'm
kicking
turning
in.
red. I'm getting hot. So we have a lot of questions from Instagram that we will answer. Do you guys want to answer them all at once, or do you kind of want to skip around, or what do you want to do?
So, you guys
Again,
all...
we're freeballing. I mean,
I was going to say free basing, but I don't think that's it.
we're flying by the seat of our
Free-forming.
pants. Yeah. What?
Freeform, like the channel the Shadowhunters were on.
Oh, very good, Robin.
Don't look at me in disgust.
Not you. I can't hear their name without being disappointed.
They play a lot of kids' movies. I'm about it.
They play Harry Potter.
They used
Okay,
to before
okay.
HBO took over.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We have HBO Max though, so we've been watching a Harry Potter movie a night.
I have to do that at Christmas. It's a must.
Yes.
It's
Oh,
weird
and
really-
for Christmas.
Yeah. Sorry.
I don't know. I just feel like it. Hopefully, the BBC series will hit
so
that
excited.
spot for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even set in stone yet, is it?
No, I mean right now with everything going on, I'm sure things are paused, but hopefully we'll get more information this summer
My
and
hopes
hear
are
more
up
about
high.
it. Oh, and I didn't tell you guys, Jason is on chapter 15 of City of Ashes.
Wow. Is he audio or is he reading?
Yeah, he's doing the audio on
Okay.
his commute.
Is it the same lady?
No, it's a different one.
Okay.
But he doesn't like her as much as he liked the first lady.
Okay.
Interesting.
It's just me.
He's shaking his head. He's listening right now. He just showed me. And he's
Good
just
job.
shaking his head. He comes home and after he finishes the chapter and he's like, so you didn't tell me this. I'm like,
great. He's going to have to be on the episode. In fact,
We'll see if you can what?
get you on the episode.
yeah.
He says no.
On our next wrap up of City of Ashes, don't fall. He'll be the one that's reading our questions. How's that?
Mhm.
Oh, that's a great idea.
You've been volunteered.
Yes, you've been voluntold.
Andy did a rap. Jason
yeah, Andy
can help.
did a rap. You got to support the pod.
Did he say that's nice?
What'd you say?
Said Andy's cooler than I am.
Oh, he said Andy's cooler than he is.
Amanda agrees with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like, no, they're the same. Oh boy.
It's
Okay.
not like I'm podcasting here or anything.
Who is gonna read these?
Okay.
I'll read them.
Listen,
Yes.
my lovely lady loves.
Check it out.
My boobs aren't that high.
Amanda had some little tidbits that she came in and put in here.
As I was
she
re-listening to our episodes, I went back
Mhm.
and asked questions, which this one I answered for myself, so I should delete this. That was a dumbass question. Don't be stupid, Amanda.
Don't do it.
Get your shit together.
So, do you want to read them now?
Sure. Yeah, we can do that and then go through. Okay, so it's just me, but it looks like Kristen has some stuff here too. But
We already talked about it in a previous episode.
Okay.
wonderful.
So,
Okay, it's all pink on the dock now. It's all Amanda. Okay, so chapter 1. Why do you think Clary was so drawn to the club? She doesn't have many hobbies that we know of, so I'm surprised she even wanted to go, like, dancing. It's weird. Doesn't seem like her scene.
I think she was just drawn to it.
So is it a
'Cause you're
Shadowhunter
right,
thing,
it's
you
not
think?
really her scene.
Okay, do you think this is a place Shadowhunters hang out?
It's a place where downworlders converge. So I think just the draw of the shadow world, because her
Okay.
spell, the Magnus memory spell, was starting to wear off. I think that's what drew her or attracted her to that place is that there's a lot of magic happening. So there's some sort of pull for her.
I got the feeling that they go there often, or like it's not the first time that they've hung out there. But I agree with you. I think it's kind of a subconscious, internal pull to hang out at an underage club.
Interesting. I didn't think about it. It would probably be Downworlder, which is why the blue-haired boy, the demon, was there. Yeah. Because if it was a Shadowhunter thing, why would he go? Yeah, I'm stupid.
Well, and then that was it a Kelpie gave Isabel the invitation to Magnus's party there.
Okay. What is a Kelpie?
It's a type of fairy.
Okay. Are they little, the fairies?
Not all of them. Like pixies are little.
Okay.
Goblins are smaller stature.
Do they look like Dobby?
Dobby's not a goblin, dude.
He looks like a goblin.
He's a house elf, but
okay. Can you be any more disrespectful?
I'm sure I could come up with something.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, geez, Louise. Okay, well, cool. That's that. All right, chapter 4. I haven't read these since I wrote them, so I apologize. Why does Clary hear Jace say covenant when she passes out? Is he like, they're going to be mad at me? Like, remember that when she passed out when they, obviously.
Hold on.
He whispers, covenant.
After he drew the rune on her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think it's because you're not supposed to. He obviously doesn't know for sure if she has Shadowhunter blood or not. So we know the consequences potentially of what could have happened to her. Mm-hmm. So I think he's like, God, if I'm wrong, the covenant's gonna have my.
You're gonna. Okay.
But I wonder. Like I always thought, I was like, covenant.
Like it's just like fuck.
Or I think it might have been, and again, this is all just headcanon or whatever. I think it was just, he's like, God, I'm breaking the covenant. Like, fuck. Like, I hope I don't get locked away for this shit. I hope this is okay.
School rules.
Yeah.
I think it was one of the very few times that Jace acted and actually thought about the consequences.
Okay.
Because he doesn't really do that a lot.
None of them seem to do that much, except for Alec.
Well, there was a lot writing on it, too.
Right.
Him being wrong or right.
Mm-hmm. Well, my next question I also have an answer to, but I'll say it anyway just because it's fun. So I wondered why Luke was telling Clary not to come see him in chapter 8. And now that I know everything, I don't understand why he didn't want her to come with him. Obviously, I listened to this after. Anyway, because he had the wolf squad, whatever. But now I realize he didn't have them for a little while. So he probably wasn't with them when he talked to her, right?
Right. Because he tells her that he went to them after he had pushed her away already and knew. And knew that like he didn't have anything to lose, basically.
Right. Okay. Well, that was all I had. Sorry. I couldn't give more. They were all things I answered myself later.
It's all good. All right. So do we want to kick things off with a listener question? I almost said reader question, but I caught myself.
Good job.
All right. So Madison McGregor 24 says, I enjoy the podcast. At the end of the book, who was your favorite character, favorite part of the book, and what was the biggest plot twist for you? Amanda, you want to kick that off?
Yeah, so I think I've made it pretty clear. Luke is my favorite character.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You have made it pretty clear.
Yeah.
Although I'm surprised he beat out Church.
It was close. It was close. Church had so much character.
You're more of a dog person.
I thought I wasn't. As I get older, maybe I like cats. I don't know. Anyway, my favorite part was probably when Clary and Simon are in the coffee shop because we get to hear, well, I guess that's part of the podcast, not exactly part of the book, but we get to hear Robin do her version of Eric's poem. So I guess my real favorite part would be when Clary told Alec he killed Abaddon, because that was sweet of her.
I feel like you should. Do you have the bloopers of that?
I don't know.
That took a lot.
It's what it did.
That was fun.
I am working on the bloopers. I have 3, I think. I have 3 like full blooper reels that I have to go through and like edit and make sure, and then I gotta send them to you to make sure it's all things that we can
right
put on, because I'm not sure it is.
Oh, awesome. Okay, well, my biggest plot twist was faux show, the ending with the sibling surprise.
Don't call it
In the thread of Shia surprise.
Yeah.
sibling surprise.
Yeah. Because I really didn't see that coming at all. Just it totally got me. I am so proud that
Nobody
Jason
did.
saw that.
I know. He is an evil mastermind, dude.
Yeah.
It's like he's married to an author or something.
Right.
Oh my god.
That's all I got.
Robin, what about you?
Okay, so my favorite all around, like throughout the entire series character was Simon. And I went into the podcast and I remember in the intro episode gushing about how much I love him. And I still really, really do. I forgot. I guess it's not even forgot. Things have changed from then until now. And I forgot how some of the stuff he does is so cringy, red flag, like
He's a bit problematic in the first book.
yeah. And I didn't read it that way.
Not a fan.
Anyway, right. So reading this again, as number one as an adult and actually really analyzing the text, I'm going to go for Team Amanda, and I'm going to say Luke. Because like after the last chapter and like the way he was protecting Clary, acting, he just immediately goes in and has that kind of, not that he's Clary's stepfather, but he is her father figure. And he immediately jumps in for Jace. The first thing he says is how, proud Jocelyn would be of him and stuff. And he's really like the epitome of just like a good guy.
Yeah.
Apart from sacrificing person wolves to do his bidding.
Yeah, when your family's on the line, I guess you would do anything, right?
Yeah.
It's sad.
It is really sad. Favorite part of the book for me is when Clary and Joyce get to the Hotel de Mort. It's a lot of suspense in the chapter and plot building, and I really enjoy the dialogue exchanges that happen between Clary and Jace, especially pre-sibling Clary and Jace. And we got to see a lot of like quality time between the two of them and kind of some back and forth Jace defer banter. And then biggest plot twist, not stating the obvious, what is it, sibling surprise?
Yeah.
It was probably Luke being a werewolf. I suspected
Okay.
he might be a shadow hunter, but like not. That was very out of left field reading it. So
Right. For me, based solely on the events of City of Bones, not talking about my favorite character in the series, just for this specific book. Hi, Wednesday. I would say Jace was my favorite character, and you might not expect that because I give him a very hard time. But it's only because we don't get enough Alec in this book for me to like realistically pick him because he is my heart and my soul. I feel like in book one, we only get a handful of fleshed out characters. So we get Jace, we get Clary, we get Simon, then we get Luke. And I still love all of them, but I'm a sucker for like the emotionally wounded type, like the sarcasm. It's
Awesome.
It is what it is. I got issues, whatever. So my favorite part of the book was Magnus's party. Because Magnus is
Of course
life.
it is.
I love him. Also, I just really want to go to that party.
yeah,
Like,
dude.
I I mean, I can't promise I wouldn't turn into a rat, but
Okay, speaking of that, I forgot. I was like daydreaming, shower thinking, whatever one day. And I was wondering if the ratism is a side effect that maybe a human gets of this drink and it actually does something else to Downworlders.
Maybe.
So it's not normally something that happens.
I feel
which is why they were serving
in the reason when they're in the Hotel du Mort, they were saying they thought that Simon was their friend. I can't remember the name because he often likes to turn into a rat.
That's true. Yeah. Why?
Which who knows if they're lying?
Well, and also, who's to say that he needed that specific drink to turn into a rat? Maybe there was something else that he liked to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It's weird. But yeah, that's a good point.
With fairy food, you never know.
Okay.
The biggest plot twist for me went to Valentine being Jason's father. Like, it threw me for a loop. I had not anticipated it at all. I probably should have. There was a little bit of foreshadowing, but I just didn't. When I think I figured it out before it was revealed, but it like wasn't long before it was revealed when I figured it out. And I remember just being like, no. Like, that's not, of course not. And then I was just like in denial until I read it and I was like, no. That's not okay.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Well, I mean, see, that's the thing about this series and this world and fandom is you're not going to know how to pronounce half of the words.
True.
And you're going to ship incest. It's just going to fucking happen, okay? Like, it's the test. It's the test to see if you can hang with the rest of the fandom, if you can handle it.
Okay.
You're just gonna be like, I feel wrong. I'm questioning everything.
Listen, it doesn't make me want to do it or anything like that, if that's what you're getting at.
No, they're fictional characters. Calm down, people. This is make-believe.
Oh, like Flowers in the Attic.
Right. Like, you guys didn't have a big deal with Star Wars. Calm down.
Yeah, it's true.
And Game of Thrones? Come on. It was like the most popular show in the world.
That was too much.
It was icky.
It was icky, but people still enjoyed the story.
Yeah,
so
of
get
course.
over it, haters. Sorry, I'm passionate.
Listen.
Yeah.
You put Jon Snow in anything and I'll be like, hey.
I immediately thought of Cersei. I did. It bugs me that they don't say her name the same.
Consistently, yeah.
Each character says it different.
Mm-hmm.
And it bugs me.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Thanks for your 2 cents.
Everything about anyone else's dialect bugs Robin. Like the audiobook lady.
Dude, no, it's just because she's so mad. Calm down.
That's so funny because Jason's complaint about the City of Ashes narrator is that she's too monotone.
Okay.
And so it's like they swung the other direction.
Dude, probably because they got a lot of complaints.
Okay. So our next question comes from Lana Kate 333. And she says, I'd like to know which one was your favorite chapter. Miss Amanda?
This was hard for me, but I think I would have to say Hotel du Mort because I like the action. The action! Sorry, my inner Gru is coming out. The action scenes. And Clary finally getting to use some of her Shadowhunter skills. Nunchuck skills. No.
Oh, staff skills.
Dagger, right, is what it was.
What night Gru?
Gru from Despicable Me?
Oh, Steve Carell's character, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Gru or Drew?
Gru. Well, the actions. I think you're right. I think it's Drew, actually. His brother, his twin brother.
Drew.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. My kid's a teenager. I don't know.
Yeah. Despicable Me 3 was the first movie Lincoln actually would watch. So we'd seen it a lot. Just while I'm making dinner or something.
I'm a good parent.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh. What about you, Robin?
Okay, so I do really like the Hotel du Mort scene chapter. But I think chapter in its entirety, I would have to say 18, the Mortal Cup, because all the characters are together. We get Alec, Isabel, Jace, Clary. Jace is a smartass to Madame Dorothea, which who doesn't love a good time on that? And the dialogue in the van and everything.
Yeah. Me, without a doubt, it's chapter 19. It's Abaddon. Like Robin said, I love all the characters are together, and Simon comes in clutch. It's epic. I love it.
And it came with some really great hashtags.
That's true.
So many great hashtags.
So
I think we need to do another dating profile. We need
Yes.
to find another character to do a
Yeah.
dating profile for.
you should do it for Abaddon.
For Abaddon. Just get a picture of like a smoke blob.
Yes.
Yep.
Put some eyes in it.
Ghost hunter-y. No. Ghostbuster-y.
No, I'm thinking we might need to do one for Jace so he can get over his sister.
Oh, that's a good point. It's a very good point.
That would be a good one. He needs that in his life.
Yeah.
Right. He needs
back
to
out
date
there.
around, see that there's other fish in the sea. Not, outside of his own gene pool.
I was going to say.
You guys are brutal.
Okay, so our next question comes from Lobo McCall. If you could go into the book at any point and tell the character something, when would you intervene and what would you say?
Okay. So I'm sure there's far more than this, but I remember, especially at the beginning, every chapter I was just like, I wanted to tell Clary to stop it. I'm just like banging my head against the wall. Stop! So I guess that's what I would do because I can't think of anything else specific. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. Knock it off, girl. So many times.
You said that a lot in the first
Yeah.
Tudecast episodes. Okay, so for me, it would probably be in chapter 13 called The Memory of Whiteness. And in this chapter, they're in Magnus's bedroom during the middle of the party. And he's trying to get Clary to see things from Jocelyn's point of view. And I hope Clary now, knowing the full extent of what happened, like her marriage, her escape, and that she lost, at least to her, Jonathan Christopher, her son. I would hope that Clary would understand why she did what she did. But obviously it's very hard to open your head and your heart to listen to other people when you feel like you've been so wronged. But I would love to jump in there and tell her to really put your listening ears on. Magnus has some good things to say. Because obviously everybody in that room is very, I was going to say defensive, but they're on the attack. Mm-hmm. And they're like, why did you do this? Tell us what you know. We're going to stick to Silent Brothers on you. And nobody's really kind of has that middle voice of reason to just really listen to what he has to say.
Yeah.
They're being aggressive. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unreasonable, if you will.
My father
will hear about this. For me, it's in the beginning of the book when Simon and Clary are in Java Jones. I wanted to jump through the page and shake Clary's fucking shoulders and be like, dude, he's into you, dumbass. I can't.
Yep. I'm sure that's one of the things I would be like,
My biggest issue with TV, movies, books, all of it is the embarrassment because I get bad secondhand embarrassment. And so when someone's making a fool of themselves, I cannot fucking handle it. It's bad. If it's on TV, I have to close my eyes, close my ears, cover my ears, close them up.
There was a point of that on 90 Day Fiance that I watched the other day and I couldn't. I text Amanda at 1:00 in the morning. I was like, I can't.
That's why I can't even watch that show. There's no way I would be able to get through that or
So
like
good.
a Bachelor or anything. I'm just like, you're embarrassing. Like you're literally putting everything on display for everyone to ridicule. Like I cannot handle it.
I can't understand the Bachelor
horrifying.
stuff, because why would you want to be with someone who's making out with other people?
Yeah.
The whole thing is just weird to me. I don't
It's
know.
not my thing.
Yeah.
But I do the same thing with live PD. Like if they're talking to like someone who is embarrassing themselves or like being like crazy or something, I'm just like, we gotta fast forward through this.
Yeah.
Or they're like telling them a story. It's just like some
Oh my
guy
gosh,
sitting
they
outside
don't care.
like a 7-Eleven or something, and they're like, you gotta like move on, you can't loiter or whatever. And he's like telling him like the story about like his Facebook and his girlfriend broke up with him, and I'm like, why
No one cares.
Can't do it. I can't do it.
Uh,
So embarrassing.
awesome.
Okay, so the next question comes from Invisible Monochrome, who is one of our reviewers on Apple Podcasts.
Thank you.
And the question is, I'd like theories of how you expect the relationships of your characters or of the characters to evolve from this book. Who do you think had the most character development in the book, and which character do you wish you saw more of?
I guess for me, I wish I saw more of, I think, Isabel, because I'm hoping that her and Clary like get together, their relationship grows, and they become friends.
They get together?
No, like as friends.
I mean, I'm okay with it.
I mean, if they want to, cool, but they
You want biffle status.
Yeah, it seems like they both need a friend, and they've been through some shit together at this point now, so
Right.
So I think for the character development, my favorite is probably Jace, although Clary probably developed more. I like hearing, well, okay, I didn't like hearing because it was sad, but like his bedtime story and his background and hearing everything, I mean, just everything. Clary's pretty basic, so she was boring. So Jace was definitely the one that I liked to listen to the most.
Yeah. For me, it's kind of hard to go into character relationships since I know how the series evolves and I know how the characters evolve throughout the series. But as for the most character development, I would say Clary. Not because I think she has a dramatic arc or anything, but more because she's really the only one that's developed at all, or changed from the beginning of the book to the end of the book.
Yeah.
Jace is a little bit, but not much.
That's
in my
a good
opinion,
point.
Yeah, in my opinion, this first book is much more plot driven than it is character driven. And the timeline is so short that it's hard to say that any of the characters showed any significant growth. Claire is really the only one that went through any change in terms of like her situation at this point. The thing I love most about the ensemble cast of the Shadowhunter Chronicles, though, is that we get several books to see and like ample time to watch our characters face new challenges and grow and learn from their experiences and kind of reflect on their behavior and then change it moving forward as humans do, and they're not just kind of like two-dimensional characters. They're really fleshed out through this time, and they make mistakes and they do the wrong thing, and then they understand it, like they recognize it, they admit to it, and then they change their behavior moving forward. And then you can see in their future decisions why they're making the decisions they're making because of the lessons that they learned in previous, books or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So this first book's just more about setup for me.
Yeah. Faux show.
I concur.
I was just like, ditto.
Samesies. Next question.
So, I do agree. I agree with Kristen. Knowing everything that happens, it's hard to answer the first part of the question.
Mm-hmm.
But I think as far as character development, even though we don't actually get any dialogue or perspective of what happened, I think Alec had the most growth because we see him first meeting Clary, and he's so cold to her, obviously, and very standoffish. And he's internally struggling with his misplaced feelings that he has for Jace, and really struggling as a person to find out who he is and be how he's meant to be in his, own Alec way, finding yourself, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get this conversation that they had during the epilogue, and it seems like he's really made some peace with himself, and some really large strides were made. So I just wish we had the opportunity to read it and figure out what happened. And I love City of Ashes, how you get to pop into all these different characters, and I really wish City of Bones was like that. So to me, he made like huge character development. We just didn't get to see it fleshed out firsthand.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, we definitely didn't get to see it, but yeah, I definitely agree with you that he did change from beginning to end. We just didn't get to see it.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then as far as I wish that we would have, obviously Alec, like I just said, I wish we would have saw that, but I also wish that we would have saw more of what happened with Luke behind the scenes. Some of that first person narrative from his perspective would have been really heart-wrenching and also amazing. Like reading how he felt during and after that phone call with Clary when he's telling her, to not call back, and then figuring out how he kind of like walked in to take over the New York pack. And then
does he just walk in and be like, I want to see the leader, I'm here to beat him up?
Like, I challenge you to a duel.
Yes.
Throws out a saying. And then also not only going in, because Luke is Luke, so he's not deep down cold-hearted, and he's not a cold person. So I'm sure he knows, he has the foresight to know what he's doing and what he's taking over and going to ask these people to do. And so he goes in and kind of devastates, gets rid of the pack leader. And then how does he start to make relationships with these people? Because they have obedience to him regardless, because he's alpha male. But he's not the type of person that I think, without these extenuating circumstances, that he would ever use that power.
Right.
It's 100% because there's the stuff going on with Jocelyn. And I would like to see those kind of connections that he's trying to make. And, first person point of view.
Luke's definitely not what I would say a natural leader who wants to lead. He's a reluctant leader. So like he only does it when he has to, but it's not what he wants, but like he's good at it. So it's kind of one of those things where he gets pushed into a situation where he doesn't have a choice, and he can do it successfully. He just doesn't enjoy it because he doesn't enjoy having other people's lives in his hands. You can tell by the way he talks to Clary about the whole situation with the pack. It's not something he takes joy in having that kind of power over another person. But it's necessary for him to, meet his goals and do what he needs to do. And so for his family, which Clary and Jocelyn are his family, his chosen family, he's going to do whatever it takes, even if it's not something he's comfortable with.
Right. Like when somebody says that you have the better handwriting and they want you to write on the sign, and you in fact do not.
Exactly like that. Exactly like that.
Oh my gosh. I have bad news.
What?
I have to pee. Okay. So I'm really sorry. I'll be right back.
We'll take a quick break. Yeah. You hear more from our sponsors. We don't have sponsors.
Well, it looked like there was somebody dragging a blanket around because her chair's spinning. Super trippy.
I thought you were going to say body. I was like, what? You can't see anything.
There's a body.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody's body.
Do, 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 do.
I didn't think it was going to take that long to do that sorting quiz.
Yeah, we might have to splice that up a bit. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it took like 15 minutes.
That was a long time.
Yeah.
I agree with you. There's got to be something after these questions that we're going to... I don't know what.
Okay, don't worry, guys. I grabbed another beer. Got to fill her right back up.
Well, we're almost at an hour.
Thank you.
So.
Okay, great.
Well,
Okay, so our next question is from Seabolts. Who is your least favorite character from this book? And who do you want to learn more about?
Okay. I know you guys are going to hate me for this, but I'm just going to come out and tell you how I feel. Okay? Remember that we're friends.
I have my drink. It's fine. I can handle anything. I've got my feel better juice.
Yeah. Do not like Simon. I know. Awkward. Don't yell at me.
After rereading it as an adult and kind of like dissecting his actions, I don't really blame you.
Yeah. I mean, I can, I guess, see some of his actions as a teenager.
Right.
But my gosh, dude.
And also a teenager who like doesn't have a whole lot of experience with the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Definitely.
he's very misguided, and it's very clear that the information and kind of like the parameters of how you handle yourself with the opposite sex comes from like pop culture for him. Like it's not like, and we know he doesn't have his dad around, and he, his mom's by herself. So I can understand that like maybe he hasn't talked about things with his mom in any like real way.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe he's just kind of like, well, I saw it on, She's All That or whatever.
Yep.
It worked for him.
Yep.
Like,
yeah.
so
Freddie Prinze is my
right. I feel like he doesn't do things with malice. Like the problematic things that he's said and done, I don't think are with malice. I think it's just misguided.
Yeah. Well, and I think a lot of what he says is normally something a lot of people would keep to themselves. Like, hey, aren't you thinking about me? Sort of thing. Like
that belongs inside your head, not out your mouth.
Yeah.
Maybe he's so used to talking and Clary not listening to him.
Dude.
And he can just think out loud.
Yeah.
Like, we're perfect for each other, don't you see? You don't listen and I talk too much.
Yep. That's like Andy and I cannot shut up.
Made in heaven.
Yep. Okay, so I think I want to learn more about Isabel. I was going to say Alec and Isabel, but I think I'm leaning more towards Isabel. I want to, as Kristen said earlier, I want to go to one of those Magnus parties. Downworlder party. I want to check that out.
I'm not turned up with Isabel.
Yeah, I don't want to be a rat or anything, but I would love to
I don't
do
think
that.
I want to be a rat either. Okay, so in this book, as you said, specifically, City of Bones, I think that my least favorite character is Isabel. And mainly because I know what an amazing person she is and character, and I absolutely love her. Yeah. So I get this like feeling that she's doing this really like peacocking, tough guy image that it's not her.
She's fronting.
Exactly. And I can't handle it. I want Clary and her to just hug and be biffles and that relationship. And I know how she, I just be yourself, girl.
I 100% agree with you. It's really hard to answer these questions based only on this book because a lot of our characters, because Cassandra does such a great job with character development over the course of the series, is they start out kind of unlikable and we're like, but we know you could be so much better. Like, we love you so much and you're such a bad word.
Yeah. Let me just preface, none of us like Valentine or Hodge either.
Yeah, no,
that's
a
little
given.
Too obvious.
Yeah.
So
it's a given.
I mean, V-Tang and I aren't like besties. Just saying.
You're not brosips.
I thought Kristen went for the bad boy. So, no, I'm just kidding.
Bad boy, not like genocidal maniac.
Okay.
Well, you could be into Hodge. You're like, your husband's older, right?
Whoa, bro.
So is yours. Yeah, and I mean, it's
told you I'm throwing you guys a Hodge themed birthday party.
Oh yeah.
Amanda,
Hodge
you
isn't
get
even
yours
that
first.
old. He just looks that old. But see, I'm not into Hodge because I'm not all about, no, I'm over it.
And I'm not into birds, okay?
Yeah.
We discussed this.
And
Or
tweed.
tweed.
I mean,
Hugin.
I can handle
Hugin.
like a sweater vest. Like I can handle that, but
Okay.
I'm over the tweed now.
Now?
It's not sexy anymore. Yeah.
When were you into tweed?
I worked through my daddy issues at therapy, okay?
It's a good place to do it.
Give Clary the number to your therapist.
Yes.
She fucking needs it.
Yeah.
Dude. I mean, you're trying to date her dad, obviously.
Oh my god, are you done with yours?
No, I'm
Or do
not.
You have more, yeah.
I have more. Okay.
Wake my kid up.
If I'm going to use my time turner. I'm going to go back to my first time reader brain. And I think I'd like to know more about Alec. I want to say Magnus because I just want Magnus to be in the fucking books. And
I didn't realize how much he's not in this fucking
I
book.
know, dude. It's very depressing.
It is. Not enough
But-
glitter.
Not knowing that Magnus is any type of really main player at this
Right.
point. I would say Alec. God dang it. Every
Fucking
time.
Robin.
He is such a complex character.
Mhm.
And he's one of those people in the story that we hear a lot about him, but we don't hear a lot from him because he's very in this like broody and internal, and he's obviously struggling.
Mm-hmm.
So he's very introverted, and we don't get a lot of dialogue. So it'd be nice to. I obviously went through this, let's say, a couple minutes ago, but I don't know how long ago it's been. Now.
Time. What is time?
Time. And that's all I have to say about that.
Okay, Forrest.
Okay, so for me, my hot take, my least favorite character is Jocelyn. And
Okay.
I know she's not in the book a lot, so maybe it's a little bit of a
you're
cop
being
out.
a little unfair, but okay.
Okay.
Let's hear what you have to say.
But I find her actions to be difficult to swallow. And that's not to say that I don't understand what brought her to them, but I don't agree with them. So throughout the story, even through Luke's eyes in telling Clary about his and Jocelyn's shared past, I find her to have few redeeming qualities. I wanted her to be stronger. However, I suppose it's kind of, the point. She's a flawed character, but I think the thing that bothers me is she had this shared past with Luke. She grew up a Shadowhunter. She had this horrible relationship with Valentine, and she got herself out of it and her daughter. And, there's all this trauma and stuff. But I don't like that for the entirety of Clary's life, she hadn't grown as a person. And and the actions that she took very, very specifically showed that she had not grown as a person. And so, she's hiding her daughter. She's manipulating her daughter. She's manipulating everything around her to quote unquote protect her, but she's not learning from her history. And instead of teaching her daughter how to protect herself or taking her to moving her around more, or, whatever. It's just, it felt like it was like half-assed. Like you're half-assed because you like your life like this, and it's easier for you not to deal with it. So you're just not going to deal with it. I don't know. I had a problem with her. I didn't appreciate her, and maybe that'll change with future books. But as of right now, that's my hot take, and I'm sorry.
I just really want to yell at you, but you didn't yell at me about Simon, so I'm going to keep it to myself.
No, don't. Dialogue.
Okay,
man.
so listen. Her kid died. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think that I would be hiding also. What would you have done? Like, what would you have done if this
I would
was
have been
you?
honest.
But what?
But here's the
Clary
thing.
does whatever the fuck she wants. Okay, I guess she didn't know that when she was a child.
She raised her wrong then.
Yeah,
She
true.
spoiled her. She doted on her. Obviously, we've discussed it's probably because of what happened with Jonathan, which I totally understand. But if that happened, I would want to protect Clary, but she's completely helpless. If something came, she wouldn't know how to fight it off.
That's
she
true.
wouldn't know what to do. She wouldn't even know what was going on. So you're giving her even less of a shot of being able to survive. And that's where I find a problem. I would want, because as I have talked to you guys before about, I like preparedness. I like to be prepared for any kind of situation and kind of like play it out in my head. You know, that's like that anxiety. Yep. That just like when I go to sleep at night, I run through completely unnecessary scenarios that probably will never happen.
Wait,
but
is that not normal?
Right. But now I know how I would handle them if they so happen to happen.
Like if Robin ever walked up to me and said, "You're a fucking bitch," I'd be like, well. I prepared for this.
I have this in my back pocket, and these are my things.
Like Andy tells me that I enjoy planning the vacation more than the actual vacation. I don't think he's wrong.
So
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's just my thing. Is I would want my child to be prepared to give them the best shot of survival,
I mean,
and I just don't agree with her.
Yeah, she could have definitely told her she took karate or something like that, and taught her some moves. That's how Big Tasty says it on the Goldbergs.
So the one thing that Jocelyn has that we have to put into account is she has Magnus.
Mm-hmm.
So she could have told Clary, and Clary could have reacted wrongly, and then Magnus could just wipe her memory.
Oh, like 51st
Mm-hmm.
dates.
But she didn't
Sorta.
give her the opportunity to see if she could.
What would have been the age that you would tell her then? 'Cause
As
she's
As
about
soon as
the
she
age.
realized that something was different, as soon as the sight came, I wouldn't be wiping her memories. That's the thing. Is as soon as
Okay.
she noticed a fairy, I would start to talk to her about it. And I mean, but that's just, you know, because I would want her to be aware. Like, don't go pulling on pixies. Don't eat anything from a fairy. Like,
I don't know. I think honestly, I think Jonathan, Jocelyn. Oops. I think I would have done the same thing. I'm just going to be honest.
That's fair.
but I also wouldn't have my kid in New York City with a bunch of fucking demons and other downworlders. I would take her to nowhere, Nebraska, where there was very few.
Absolutely. Yes, I agree with that 100%. It
Yeah.
definitely seems like she was kind of asking for there to be some sort of confrontation or her to recognize something. Yeah. Because at some point she had to have realized the light ones were there, right? I mean, the Institute,
I'm sure she knew.
had to have known that that's where they were banished to, basically.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, everyone in the downworld or in the shadow world would know who is running the Institute, and so I'm sure she knew.
Well, she had the connection with Madame Dorothea, but that's probably the main reason why she's staying there.
That's true too. Mm-hmm.
Which also doesn't. I could understand.
And Magnus, sorry.
Yeah, and Magnus, which is probably why she's there, honestly, because she needs Magnus to wipe the memory. I think we've talked about this.
You don't think he could do it over a Zoom meeting or something?
He could probably make a portal, right?
Yes.
I mean, if they, connected and
yes, seriously. Okay.
Come on. I don't know what I would do. Obviously, I can't imagine what it would be like to, have that kind of loss.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. And I say that now, but like, if I was in her situation, who knows what I would do? I don't really know.
But that's the beauty older than I am. So
that is true. Also,
what?
You're a lot more like bolder is the word I was said, but
you're a rock.
Yeah, exactly. And aggressive is the only other word I could think of.
Us puffs got to stick together.
Oh yeah, what are you, Kristen?
And you could just Gryffindor your brave ass out there.
Okay, what is a Gryffindor?
A Gryffindork.
Doesn't seem very Hufflepuffable of you.
They're known for being like bold and courageous, but also like they don't think through things.
Oh my gosh.
Obviously.
This is what I'm saying about you. Bold and courageous. See, that's you.
They kind of act on impulse a lot. That's kind of one of their downfalls.
Their character flaws.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, so I have a question. Now, we asked this question at the beginning of our podcast, like many, many episodes ago. Has your Downworlder species preference changed?
Species?
Yeah.
Like that word?
We didn't really get to know all of them.
That's fair.
That's true. That's fair.
So I don't remember what I said. I feel like I said fairies would be my preference, but I didn't get to know them yet. Mm-hmm. So I think I'll still stick with that because the other ones don't seem like a ton of fun.
Okay.
So
right.
I'm still a warlock.
Oh, warlock was an option too. That's yeah. I mean, especially now that I know everything Magnus was able to do, that seems pretty cool. Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
Rubine.
I think I'll reserve that till I know more. But
so that's like your second choice. But
yeah,
like, it's on deck.
Yes,
in case you need to switch things up.
I don't know. I flip flop a lot on this, obviously. Mm-hmm. I can't imagine not having my. They drove me bonkers the last 2 days. Honestly, like up the wall. But I couldn't imagine not being a mom.
I said because I knew what you were getting at. I'm sorry. They weren't driving me crazy.
Itchy. Talk so on the Skype meeting. Oh, hi. Anyway,
so great.
And I couldn't. Well, I mean, I guess you can, but can't have that as like a warlock who can't have kids.
I would adopt.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. But then it's one of those things like you wouldn't really know what you were missing.
It does not seem like Magnus is missing being a father. So
right.
The gist I'm getting.
Right. And you can live, like, because I said, I think you can live the most normal, mundane life as a werewolf.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think that was your call.
Or a Shadowhunter. I almost said Shadowhunter, but they're not a Downworlder.
Right.
And we haven't got much into fairies yet. So my Hufflepuff is showing. I can't make a decision. I don't know.
We get a bit into fairies in our next book, City of Ashes. We get to get a little bit of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna say warlock, just because I don't know if I would know what I'm missing. And then we could all be biffles together.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
I think I would change the color of your clothes while you weren't looking, or something, like on Sleeping Beauty.
That would not be nice.
I just want to fuck with you.
I would. Okay. You know what I would do to fuck with Robin is like as she was like writing out something like important that she needed, I would change the color of her pen, and like that would drive you crazy.
You would highlight the document I'm trying to read.
I would click on where you were trying to read. Click into the Google Doc.
Not cool.
Oh my gosh.
Not cool, man. Okay, so did you have a question? I have a question. Did you have a question? You started talking before I started talking.
No, I was just saying we're closing in on our time. So did you have any questions?
Oh, okay. Mine is, what was your favorite or most memorable part of the podcast recording? Anything thus far, obviously.
Well, I think figuring out all of the stuff, having to record from home, has been pretty crazy. Thank you, Kristen, for editing all of that.
What it feels like to like get together to record.
Hopefully we will again very soon.
Yes.
Okay, and this is off air that we normally do this, but our snack time is probably one of my favorite things. Always figuring out food.
We get a little
we either get dinner, we get like snacks or whatever, and then we just kind of like hang out and chit chat for the first hour. It's supposed to be like 20 minutes, but it's really usually an hour. And then we get into podcasting.
Yeah.
Then I get in trouble for continuing to eat.
Yeah.
But it's nice to like, I don't know, have like a check-in with friends and just kind of debrief.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
I don't know. I'm just at home all the time. So it's nice for human interaction.
On your island of misfit toys.
Yeah.
Indeed.
But I think the actual podcast was probably when you were reading Eric's poetry.
It was pretty epic.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
I can't tell if I liked it better the first take.
Oh.
That's the episode we had to redo. Right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even. It's so great. Well, because like the first couple, like the intro and the first and second episode, I think we had redone because they were bad.
Well, it was recommended to me by a good friend that does a lot of podcasts. He's like, throw away your first 4 episodes and redo them. They're going to be garbage. You just got to learn from your mistakes, basically. Yeah. Which hopefully we have.
I think we have. And we've gotten so much more comfortable.
Definitely.
Like, wow.
My hands aren't sweating anymore.
Right. I mean, I'm still stuttering when I'm trying to like read my parts, but it's not as bad as it used to be.
I do that a lot too.
I can't read out loud. It's a problem.
I'll never forget recording I can't remember what episode it was, but in the middle of talking about it, we reached 1,000 listeners.
Oh, yes.
And it was like live, but not actually live because we were recording ahead.
Right.
But it was so cool, like in that exact moment. Or when we went live on Instagram the first time and the only person watching was my child.
I love it. I love it.
That's great.
She said, "Hi, Mom. What's up, dog?"
And it's crazy to look at the map of listeners now. And like
super cool
all over the world. It's bananas.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
We appreciate it a lot.
Seriously.
Consider leaving a review on Apple Podcasts.
We're done with that. Thank you for reviewing. If you feel like you're into it, we're into it.
We love it.
Yeah.
We appreciate your time.
Smell terrific.
Okay.
Cool beans.
Dude, cool beans. That's the hit now. But that's one of those phrases that drove me bonkers. Like, stab everybody individually on the bus. But
okay, so my favorite part of the podcast has been when I stole Robin's double stuffed Oreo.
Oh, yeah.
That she had worked so hard on to make a quadruple stuff. And I took it.
You got to double stuff the double stuff.
Wait. Quadruple. Okay, got it. 2 together. I was like, did you do 4 cookies?
That would be so
I don't remember
good.
that.
The jacket's 2/4.
2/4 of a jacket. Why is it so expensive? Tell me.
Simplify that, Robin.
I just want to know.
You've been working on fractions.
Dude.
But the childhood bully episode was probably just, I mean, it was so funny.
Yeah,
We're
I've
finding
learned
out
a lot
about my
about you
cat.
guys.
Oh my God, I totally forgot.
Mr. Bobo.
Mr. Bobo.
That was the saddest moment of my life. It was not.
Oh, it was just the look of realization on your face was like, because it was just a joke. We were just joking, and you were like, "No, wait."
Well, and then my brother, like, instantly.
Yeah.
Oh no, he kicked that cat out. What?
Have you confronted your dad about this?
No.
Call him right now. No.
Absolutely cannot do that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Amanda, did you have a question for us?
I don't think so. I think I've asked you guys so many over this whole course. So
I guess we have a question for you. How did you like it overall? Like, are you into the fandom?
Yes. I'll be honest. I think if I wasn't doing the podcast, I might not move on just because I have a hard time finding time to read.
Sure.
And like right now, I'm only on the first chapter of the next book. Whereas I think Jason and I started at the same time and he's on 14. So
he's also listening instead of reading. So.
Yeah. But I definitely like it more than I thought I would, for sure. Yeah. Because it's just not something I'm normally into.
Right.
So yeah, obviously, because I'm not a nerd.
Right. It helps that we force you to like totally dissect it and talk about it.
Yeah. Well, actually that makes it more fun because that's part of the thing is like you read a book and you're like, no one else is reading it with me. I have no one to discuss this with. It's like when you watch a TV show, I have to force Robin to watch the same shit as me so that I have someone to talk to about it.
It's true.
It's definitely nice to, especially because reading is such a solitary activity, it's nice to have like a community where you can talk about it and then get excited, and it makes it more exciting. Like it makes the anticipation of the next book, and when something big happens, like knowing that you have someone to like gush about it and talk about it, and then kind of like, I don't know, it just makes it more fun.
Definitely. Yeah.
Like when I forced you to watch Tiger King, and I was like,
that
for
was
my birthday,
best thing ever.
Tiger King.
That was good. Yeah,
that was great.
That's not one I would have ever put on.
Right.
Well, I think I would have after seeing everyone.
The memes.
Yeah.
Right.
The memes for sure.
I couldn't miss out on that bandwagon, but otherwise, yeah. It's just nice to get back into it. I don't know. I obviously do most of the Instagram stuff, not all of it, but a good percent. So I get to scroll through the feed, and it's amazing to see all of these people with their like vast, beautiful bookshelves and like these awesome pictures and fan art and cosplay stuff, and just to be so passionate about something. And I was totally there when I was younger because I had more, so say self-care time, but I don't know if that's the right
I think it is
verbiage to use. And I just, number one, I have to spend my money on like
electricity
and stuff, and
like
keep the water running.
They want dinner every night.
I know, they always want to eat. I just had to go buy a bunch of shorts because it's like they're bigger than last year. Like,
how dare they grow?
How dare they? And
I am so lucky I have you to pass down clothes to us.
Well, here's the thing. As they get older, you get less clothes.
Yeah, definitely.
Because they destroy them. Anyway, I used to be able to spend a lot of money and invest into books. And I remember Kristen and I having this conversation when Kindle and ebooks first came out.
Yeah.
And we're like, never. I'm a purist. I want to smell
you guys
the pages.
are adorable.
I want to touch it. I love going to Barnes & Noble. And I still do love all those things, but I also like that I can be in my bedroom at 2 a.m. and click a button and have a book to read.
It's very cool.
It's very convenient.
Yeah.
And then Amazon became my employer, and ebooks, I was like, I have to embrace them because that's how I make money.
Yeah.
I actually, I bought my book used, actually, The Ashes and Glass, City of Ashes and City of Glass. And, obviously I just said I was on the first chapter, but I just realized last night because I found time a little bit to read we're going upstairs at night and I'm reading to Lincoln my book because he's one. Yeah. He's not listening to the story anyway. So he's walking around his room and we're doing quiet time sort of, and I'm reading to him. But I realized that the person that sold it to me, she had written her name inside, and there's a little bookmark that she had been using, which is just a cutout of skulls. And I don't know why, you buy something used and you're always kind of like, it's someone else's, but I actually thought it was kind of cool. It has her name in it. She was like, this is mine, And it made me wonder if she was part of like a club or something, because why would she need to write her name in it? Maybe get it mixed up with someone else's. So it's neat to pass that on and know that someone else kind of shared the same that may be what we're doing potentially. So that's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, like they had a passion for it. It meant something to them. So it's nice to kind of carry that on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
for
definitely
sure.
been a good get back into.
Yeah. And it's a nice excuse for 30-something parents and wives who don't really spend a lot of time on themselves to kind of say, no, I'm going to do this. We're going to get together. I'm going to hang out with my friends and have, it's sad. It's a little bit sad that we have to have an excuse.
I know.
But it makes it easier, and it helps us be accountable to ourselves for having that time to like do something that's just for us and not for somebody else.
Yeah, and we can't reschedule because we have people.
Right.
That,
we have people
you need us
all
now.
over the world depending on our Tuesday upload.
That's right.
I like to hear my own voice.
I really do too.
I'm not a fan of mine.
What? You sound like a record, like you have the most perfect freaking read on air voice. Oh my God. Yes.
Oh, don't get me started on Niles.
See,
Don't do
I
this
dig
again.
the sweater vest. I'll handle it.
You guys are weird.
It's not too much tweed.
Oh, Andy was just watching Indiana Jones.
Nelly.
I think that's Petey Pablo,
Yeah.
but okay.
Helicopter.
My 90s is showing, my bad.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, Harrison Ford was on there. And I was like, ooh, he's not bad. I wish we could all look like that when we're that age, sort of thing. But it was
Right?
mostly Shia LaBeouf. I was like,
Oh, you were watching Crystal Skull.
okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I was sitting here getting ready for you guys, and he was watching TV, and I was like, hey, Shia, surprise.
Shia's LaBeouf.
It's too far.
You can slap me next time you see me. I'm sorry. That
Thank
was
you.
uncalled for.
That's very good.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Totally off topic.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only other thing I was going to say is it's fun to flex your writing skills also.
Yeah. It is nice to kind of just like have to
Well,
put together a narration.
you write all the time, so
Yeah, but it's still nice to do something where it's like it's just your opinion. Like you're just writing your opinions. And that's kind of, I don't know. It's like writing in a diary almost.
Uh-huh.
It's nice. I like it.
I am a giant nerd, as I'm sure you know. I used to really enjoy writing essays in school.
I used to have my mom give me words to look up in the dictionary so I could write the description. What do they call it?
Definition.
Thank you. In the summer, because I missed school. I should do that now, clearly.
I just read so many trashy YA novels in the summer.
Right.
That's all I did is just read and read. My mom would come into my room and be like, "Are you coming out of your room today?" I'm like, "No."
Get out of here.
Like, I'm reading. I'm doing something good. Like, I'm not doing drugs. What is wrong with you?
Well, yeah, we didn't have phones or computers back. I mean, really, we had AOL
I had
sometimes,
MySpace.
but
I had
oh
my
my
slutty
god, I'm
MySpace
so much
pictures
older
up.
than you guys. I
Yeah.
didn't have MySpace until I lived on my own.
Yeah. I don't know.
Anyway.
I always just really enjoyed writing a good essay or research
Yeah.
paper or story,
That's because you're
And
a
then-
smithy too.
reading it out loud and just be like, that was good.
Sometimes I have to have Robin help me with emails, and I'm like, dude, you are amazing.
That's
Pat
Robin's
myself on the
Ravenclaw
back.
showing
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's nice to be able to get to write it all out.
because she's a Raven Puff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, those are the same thing?
We gotta go.
I don't know anything.
Cut.
So we're at an hour and a half. So we're gonna wrap
Okay.
things up here.
It's
Thank
a
you
blend
so
of
much.
two Hogwarts houses together.
Okay, I thought it was Ravenclaw.
It is, and then
Okay.
Hufflepuff. So it's
I was like, those are the same? That's
it's
confusing.
like Benifer.
Got it. Okay. Like Bodhi.
Yes,
It's the celebrity couple name. Yes.
your ship
Oh my
name, right?
gosh. Yes, the ship name.
Like we would be Riston,
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
and then
Roastin.
I mean, we're
We are
Ramanda.
because we're so hot.
Yeah, we're Ramanda.
Ramanda.
Mm-hmm.
Ramanda.
So we would be Cramanda.
Ramanda.
I'm not sure I'm down.
How do you
Well,
do
you
a
can say
tripod?
Amerston.
We would have to go Kristen, Robin, Amanda, because that's how we say our names.
Okay.
Cramanda.
Cramandanda?
I think it would be good
Cramanda.
to do
Cramobdon. Okay, anyway.
5 minutes straight
Stupid.
of this.
Okay, sorry.
Crispin.
I like Crispin.
Crispin, because you got to get the Amanda.
I was going to say, where the
Kristen.
fuck am I?
Crispinda.
Including me.
Crispinda.
Crispinda.
I like that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, write it down. Take a note.
Put that in your, stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
Why is that a saying?
I don't know.
Shoot.
Why did I say screw the pooch the other day?
I don't remember. I don't know.
Escape. Okay, so we're gonna go feed our cats now.
Yeah,
Yes.
so you go.
Okay.
Except I'm
Robin.
the only one with a cat. Wait, no, you have. No, you don't.
I have a
Sorry.
dog that looks like a cat.
Both of you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I brought it up. They're touchy subjects. Okay, so Robin, why don't you tell the folks what they need to do before our next
Catch up
episode?
on.
We did talk about it in the next episode. That was my Ice Cube, right?
No, Dr. Dre. Jesus.
Dr. Dre. No, I'm not good on stuff that's not Metallica, so we move on. Okay. So, I feel like you're treating me very poorly right now.
I haven't said shit.
We can all see you now.
Oh, Petey Pablo, Dr. Dre. Uh-oh. It says my internet connection is unstable. Robin, hurry before it goes out.
Okay, so like next time you want to read City of Ashes, the prologue, Smoke and Diamantes, and then chapter 1, Valentine's Arrow.
Awesome. We're ready. Okay, guys. So for behind the scenes content and the latest updates, check us out on Instagram at Downworlder Dish Podcast. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.